Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Deep True Crime. I'm Manny Rodriguez. In today's episode, I want to cover these two Idaho investigators that went to the home, and it looks like they were focused on the second floor. Brian Enton, he tweeted about this, sharing about this information that we now know were two investigators. They may have actually found some evidence. And so Brian Enton, he was sharing about the two people that were there. He is of News Nation, and he shared a video of the investigators entering the 1122 King Road residence where Kaylee, Madison, Ethan, and Zaina. Someone said I was pronouncing Zaina wrong. Please let me know if I am. By all accounts on the media, that's what I was hearing, Zaina. I don't know how else you can pronounce that. So please, if I am mispronouncing it, let me know how to do that. But Brian shared that he tweeted, two investigators just showed up to the house in Moscow, Idaho, where the murders happened. They were carrying a black case and inside for about 20 minutes. I saw them through the window on the second floor. They did not answer my questions when they left. And so he was sharing about these two men going inside and investigating for about 20 minutes. Here we have, this video comes as police continue to investigate the quadruple deaths. And as of Wednesday, December 21st, no suspect or person of interest has been identified. And no weapon has been found either. And so we do know that they're still looking for this Hyundai, the white Hyundai. And I appreciate Brian Enton. Here he is in the cold doing the journalism do. Great job, Brian, for staying in front of everything and keeping it going. And now we know that, hey, they may have had something. These two investigators may have found something. One person even wrote in a tweet that she, as a former investigator, this bag is so familiar. And this was Jennifer Coffendorfer, former FBI agent who has been covering a lot on this case as well and sharing on Twitter on a lot of her stuff. This bag is so familiar, she wrote in a tweet. Carried a similar one for most of my career in my vehicle trunk. In it was what was needed to collect evidence. Aaron Snell, the communications director for the Idaho State Police, he said that investigators will periodically return to the house. I don't specifically know why they were there yesterday, but each visit is not specific to evidence collection. So he doesn't know why they're there, but he's sharing, for example, they could discuss a theory, potentially gather personal property, make sure the property remains secure, or confirm the utilities are working properly given this winter weather. While it may happen, most evidence has already been collected. That's what Aaron Snell is sharing. But this visit to the house, it comes as the police continue to face all this pressure to solve this heinous crime. And the whole town is deeply shaken by this. And truth is, they may never find comfort, at least most of them, until this is solved. We're talking about more than 5 weeks since this heinous act. And they haven't even named a person of interest, made any arrests, or named any suspects or anything. And Moscow Police Department, they said they're working through almost 12,000 email and phone tips in a bid to solve this case, along with more than 4,500 digital media submissions. And let me tell you, as I continue to cover this case, every single day, that number is rising. Yesterday was 10,000. Today is 12,000. This is key. Police did say in a Tuesday release, investigators believe someone has information that adds context to what occurred on the night of the murders and continue requesting additional pictures, video, and social media content. Police had shared that, and they said, our focus remains on the investigation, not an individual's activities displayed in the tip. Whether you believe it is significant or not, your information might be one of the puzzle pieces that help solve these. They're still looking for any information about this white 2011-2013 Hyundai Elantra that was seen in the early hours of November 13th. We only hope that we get some justice for these young kids. And we want to find out what's going on and what happened, who did this. Was it random? We've heard multiple times that it was targeted, but we've heard many people throw around that serial, stuff, but I personally do not believe that. Let me say that now. I believe the cops said it multiple times. It's targeted. I believe it is targeted. This has been another episode of Deep True Crime. It's just a matter of time. I feel like little by little we keep finding some type of information out. We just don't know when. We don't know when they're going to give us that news we wake up looking for. Because if you're like me, you are checking your phone almost first thing in the morning. Is there a new update? Because these families are really struggling with this. The community is struggling with this. The university's even adding more campus security personnel. They're scared too. And so from what Brian Enton was sharing, it looks like that school's going to be starting back up as well. Everyone's going to be coming back to school. And now we want to know, is this going to get solved? I'm going to be honest with you. I believe it will, but I'm starting to lose hope that it's going to be soon. And so classes at the University of Idaho will resume on January 11th, and they are adding more security on campus, as I shared. And hopefully it helps. It helps with the families. It helps with the community, because they hadn't had a crime of any sort like this since 2015. And if you're in a area that has a lot of this on a nightly basis, almost like my area, it's like you kind of expect it here. You might even go tone deaf a little on the news. But when you have something like this, if this even happened here, everyone would still be tuned in locally, fearing for their life. But this happened in this little town, little city of Moscow, Idaho, okay? And here it is, the weather's bad right now, it's snow going on, and the cops and everyone, even Brian Enton, is still doing the do. Personally, my whole focus is this cannot go cold. We must keep this in front of everyone. We need justice for these 4 kids taken from this world way too soon. I'm Manny Rodriguez. My friends, if this is the type of content you like to follow, hit that subscribe button, click on that like, and if you want to get notified when I do go live, hit the notification bell. Otherwise, you could miss it. It might pop up on your timeline, may not. At the end of the day, I want to be a voice for the victims. I want to help you know what could go wrong in this crazy world we live in. I'm Manny Rodriguez. Thank you for joining me today, and have an amazing day, my friends. And please, if you are a person of prayer, please pray that we get some justice for these kids. Please, please pray. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to serving you and being a voice for the victims again. Peace.